from 2010, and I have this right here. Bill laughs at me because I keep all this stuff, but guess what? It comes in handy.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay.
Your computer must be groaning.
Oh no, my poor files are growing. There's a second to the motion. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
So the next step is to notify the lawyer, because they ask for our decision.
They want to know, the attorney has to
No,
know.
but it's on
The
here.
attorney just needs to be noticed.
That's
by email. It's
Right.
fine.
Decision. And their question is the status of occupancy, and the signs still apparently live there.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
The reason they're asking that, I suspect, is if it was a tenant, they could attach the rents. That's probably why they're asking.
The lawyer's been the case management things on this client several times, so, okay.
All right, now we have food. Okay, that's on Hatpin Court. There's nothing at this time about the account. It says nothing at this time unless your account is delinquent and you want to discuss options. Well, basically he has a fine, and he's the one that lived next door to Chief's fellow that had the people in there that he wasn't supposed to have even renting the place and everything. Finally, the bank actually evicted the people that were in there. So he still owns the fine, and so far there's nobody in there. Teresa would have called me and told me that there was people in there, because I was working with her quite a lot trying to get this resolved. So my suggestion would be, if there is not there should be a lien put on the property. So I think that we need to
Okay.
tell the attorneys to lien the property.
Okay, I make a motion that we go ahead and have the attorney for the lien on the old property on Hatfield.
Right, if there is no lien on there, then it should be.
I'll second that motion.
Is there a discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that's going to lien. The Azabel property, they want to know to authorize foreclosure or to discuss, because that's the only reasonable option. Now, they supposedly were on some type of a payment plan, so I don't know. The payment plan was set on 8/2/12. No payments received. The mortgage is $230,000, and he's obviously still getting the rent out of the property. So they would like to know, what do you want to do? Do you want to authorize a foreclosure?
They went back to him one time, we've gone to him once before about getting the rents. And then they went on a payment plan, and now they stopped paying. Is that kind of where we're at?
Well, what they're saying is they strongly suggest a lien foreclosure with a demand for the rents. If there is a renter who
Okay.
begins paying, then they can hold it in abeyance until the account is current. And I thought that's what they were doing.
A lien foreclosure is a lawsuit. A lien is a claim on title.
Okay.
What they want to do is start that foreclosure lawsuit process and at the same time attach the rents. The thesis being that they can always put off the hearing for the suit, but you start the there's a mechanical process you have to go through to foreclose.
Okay.
So I understand what they're saying. You should do
Way
that.
to go, okay.
Okay. So
I make a motion that for the loans, we take the attorney's advice, authorizing the lien foreclosure with a demand for rents.
I'll second that motion.
is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next one is 3501 Meadowbrook Circle. Now, the debtors have defaulted, bank filed their motion for summary judgment on 6/5/12, but has done nothing since. We can file a notice for trial, and their plan was to continue to monitor the bank foreclosures unless instructed otherwise.
Well, they don't owe us any money. They've been paying their assessments.
Okay. Authorize,
I think, I understood they were trying to work with getting their mortgage lowered or something, but they don't owe us any money.
okay, so it says, request action on your part, authorize filing a notice for trial or call to discuss other options, including pursuing collections during the pendency of the BF. But if they don't owe us any money, then I don't,
They don't owe us any money, it's stand down attorneys, because all they're doing is rolling up attorney fees.
Yeah, so we,
no action. I
The
mean,
only reason they can notice it for trial is because the association's a named defendant in the bank's foreclosure. The bank has to do that,
okay.
otherwise they're defaulted out and they'll owe you everything. Because the bank doesn't know that the owner doesn't owe you any money.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, then we request no action be taken. Make a motion that no action be taken on 235010 Meadowbrook Circle.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
that sounds good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we've taken care of all of these then, and so we will notify the attorneys of our decision.
That's right. And there's then a couple on the aged owner balances report.
Yes,
There's, one is, I wanna talk, the 233420 Meadowbrook Circle, the CARES have sent Susie and Angelique copies of the bank statements showing that their accounts were paid. The accounts were paid, so we need to follow the money and get with, unfortunately, it's Everbank, and find out where the money went, or look at our bank reconciliations. What would you advise us to?
First thing is to pull the bank recs for that month and find out what issues were outstanding at our end.
That's what I told Gail we were gonna do. We just got,
Once we do that, then it'll be go to the next step if that doesn't clear it up. In the perfect world, you want some evidence, that was it sounds like, looks like it was one of these, bank pay deals where they cut a check to the association on behalf of the client. They debit their account immediately and then write the check. But you and I discussed this, but some, 10 days later.
Is this like paying on the internet kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what bank pay is?
Bill pay.
Bill pay, okay.
So, there's no dispute it came out of their account. The trick is, where did it go? Because it appears we didn't get it. So we got to prove we didn't get it, starting with bank rec, which you already own.
yes.
And then there'll be tracking numbers or something to find out where the money went. So I make a motion that management company follow up on this and do all that.
You
Don't make a motion?
You don't need one.
Okay. But you're on the hook for it, Rod.
We understand the issue, we're researching.
Okay.
Okay, and we also have, now, there's a lot of, two attorney on this, and some of these are quite high. Now, I'm not sure when it says to attorney, what action's been taken on these.
What is it you're looking at?
And I'm looking at the aged owner balance.
All that's saying is that it's in the hands of the attorney and in various stages of collection.
But it's not on this report that we got from the attorney.
Okay.
So, Ann Miller, you have to log, Gail, Ann Miller is in the attorneys. That
Yeah,
was
but she's not on this collection report, so I don't know.
Okay,
So-
collection,
There's an difference between extent collections and
and that report is what's in the collections, no,